Hi everyone, this is the second video that I have made for my EBAL 2708 students. In this video I'll be looking at how to approach questions in assessments, specifically with regards to discussion again, and we'll also have a brief look at how the court cases specific to deductions can be assessed. Because the information in this video is quite a lot. This video is going to be broken up into 3 separate videos. So this will be video 1 of 3. My standard disclaimers apply. This video is not by any means supposed to indicate that this is the only way in which tax content can be assessed. In terms of SAICA's competency framework, if you look at the pervasive skills, personal attributes, the ability to manage change is a critical skill, not only if you are planning to become a chartered accountant, but for any professional environment that you are planning to go into, and you need to be able to manage change. So tax content in any of the modules in the School of Accountancy, can be flexible, and you need to be able to adjust to that. The second disclaimer is that this video is specifically made for my BAC second years and BCom Accounting third years who are taking EBAL 2708. So if you are in another tax year group at the university, or for some other reason this video finds its way to a student that is studying at another institution, please always consult your own lecturer if you have any questions. This marking plan is set up specifically for this group. The approach, although it can be used over all year groups, is again specifically tailored for my EBAL 2708 students. Right, now that the admin's out of the way, let's have a look at those court cases. Now, the court cases for general deduction formula, just like for gross income, is foundational knowledge from a tax perspective. And while I know that students don't really like studying the court cases, the reality is if you are confronted in practice, and remember, that's where you're on your way to. If you are confronted in practice with an issue and you don't have anything specific in the Act that tells you, a specific section that tells you this is what you need to do, then you have to be able to go back to court case principles. So one of the ways in which the court cases can be asked, of course, is as part of a discussion question. You'll see one of your homework questions, and I talk about that in video 3. Also requires court case names as support in a calculation question. But I can ask you, for example, name one court case and the principle of the case for example, the component of the general deduction formula in the production of income, and then you can tell me, all right, the court case is PE Electric Tramway, and this is the principle that the court case gave. Now, of course, this can be shaken up. I can ask you, if PE Electric Tramway is the court case, what is the principle? If PE Electric Tramway is the court case, what is the component? Or I can tell you, these are the components, give me applicable court cases and principles. Okay, so it can be asked in a number of ways. You can also refer back to the first video I made on gross income, where I also looked at how this could be asked, and question 4 in semester test 1 was an example of how these court cases can be assessed. Right, so let's have a look, step off from the court cases and move over to a discussion question and the technique that you can use to help you with discussion. Right, so in the first video that I made, I explained in detail the Zorro method and how we can use it when we are faced with a discussion question. Some students refer to the Zorro method as IPAC because you are identifying issues, and then you move over to the principles that support those issues, then you apply, and finally you conclude. So this Zorro method is what you should be keeping in mind as we go on to the second part of this video, where we are going to have a look at an example, a discussion question of 20 marks, and what my advice is with how to approach this discussion question and how you need to answer it. Right, so this is video 1 of 3. You now need to have a look at video 2 of 3.